morning, people. Before I forget this, because I didn't write it down, it just came in. Because we are speaking about channel through messages as well for this upcoming week. But I heard that someone is going to get positive results back when it comes to health. And I saw someone like, you know, crying and was excited and happy. So there you go. Just wanted to put that out now that that just came rushing in. But good morning, people. Welcome to a Monday reading. Even if this probably will be posted on Sunday, because that the Monday readings tend to be longer because we're tapping into the energy of the week ahead as well. I was just pre-shuffling the deck a little bit so that we don't have to think about that. But the Empress, was that last week we had that actually? I can't remember. Can't remember that now. Why are you making noise? It was so crazy in the last reading I did with the orb. Like when I told the spirit, Preben, my neighbor's spirit, to leave, you could see an orb going into the flame, and the flame actually reacted on it. I wonder if that's how... Well, I guess that they can... wow, the Fool came up. They 2-2. They can travel in different ways. Does anyone know? But that was interesting, right? When I said that, right? Wow. It also reminds me, remember I spoke about this in a previous reading with a Dane, like a guy who wrote to me if he could send me some footage of some paranormal thing. And first I was like skeptic. I was like, huh, because I could see in the history that he has tried to start conversations with me before, and I kind of ignored him. But he sent me a voice memo and I listened to it, and I looked at the footage, and I think that is the most powerful paranormal footage that I have seen. That was absolutely crazy. I can ask him if I can share that with you guys. But wow. I think he's a Danish musician or something, but he has a restaurant or something in Thailand, and it happened down there. I think he talked about it. It happened the day before. There was like flooding, a lot of flooding, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure it's like a protective spirit. I just saw the Ace of Cups, by the way. It fits well with here. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was like, when I saw the footage, I was like, that is it was pretty magnificent. Maybe there's something about spirit activity lately. Anyway, maybe this is also a sign, because he also said in the memo that people said that he was crazy. I was like, no, I don't think you are. Some people are just scared of the paranormal. It's pretty real. I mean, you guys saw that with the candle, right? Anyway, yeah, like I said, if there is, now that we're speaking about it, paranormal activity, and people around you are like, oh, you're crazy. No, it's real, okay? And especially when people speak about orbs, I do want to share this because I said this to the guy, that, and it's very hard for me to explain, but a lot of the times when it's orbs, they have like a tail, a light tail in a way, depending on how they are moving, right, or how close they are to the camera, but they do have a light tail that's following them around, which is a big sign for energy and for a paranormal activity, right? So yeah, it was fun to help someone with that. It made me actually think about that I want to do like more paranormal adventures. Maybe that's why he had to contact me, so that I could think about that again. If some of you guys have a haunted place or knows of a haunted hospital somewhere or something, let me know. I would love to go. Anyway, 6 minutes in. It's just me talking. So the first thing that I wrote down for the week ahead is that a lot of you guys are going to make progress on personal but also professional projects. When I tapped into the energy of the all-in-all energy of the whole entire week, I do feel, or I did feel, the Death card energy, because that rebirth came up. It's something we have spoken about before, and last time, well, I can't remember when last time was, but there was at a point where I think the Death card was the all-in-all energy of the week. If some of you guys remember, you remember. But I feel that was the beginning of a dark night of the soul, or you going through something heavy. But now that this energy comes up with rebirth, also because I feel there is a fire energy here together with it, and with the messages, there is like this process now that you are out of the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul. Yeah, I don't know why that sounded strange. So there is a lot of progress for you. But I feel the personal and the professional, it goes hand in hand in a way. You had to clear up something personal. Maybe it's personal in the sense of something with your family, something in your life. Or it could be something with inner work, but it affected a professional project. If it's something that's new, or if it's something that you already started on. Because one thing that came through somewhere was something about, collaborations, or working with someone on a project. But we're going to come to that. I also got something about sharing a memory. Either, obviously, it can be you, or it can be someone sharing a memory with you. Also, I do want to mention that all my readings are timeless, so you can see this whenever it comes to you. Whenever you see this, it's just a week from you see this, the energy will be here. So it doesn't matter if you see this 2 years into the future. Crazy to think about what's happening 2 years into the future. But something about sharing a memory. Yeah. Then I got something about going to a restaurant. It could also be a cafe for those of you. I do feel this is something where you're getting invited. It could be a flirt, it could be a date, it could be a friend, it could be a colleague. Yeah. But there is someone who will find you very charming. For some of you guys, it could even be the waiter. Is that what you call it? Yeah. But it could also be like if you're on a date or something, it's the date just being like, you're so charming. So charming. But some of you guys, maybe it's a friend who is like, you know, having feelings for you. There was something else here that came through with falling in love, or realizing that there's feelings for someone that you didn't expect to have feelings for in a way. So maybe there's something about a friend here, my loves. If it resonates, it resonates. But again, like I said, it could also be a cute waiter. And this can be a girl or a guy. It doesn't matter. Okay? There's no gender. It's no... This is energy. I always read energy. So here we come to this energy, of someone asking you to collab with them on something, or work on a project. So interesting. I just saw the Two of Cups in my mind. Maybe it will come up. That would be a clarification, a confirmation. But someone is really excited to collab with you. It does feel like someone who's actually been working behind the scenes for a long time to prepare something before that they're asking you. Maybe it's connected with this, like going to a restaurant or a cafe. Could be female, could be male. It doesn't have to be love thingy dingy. It's just the energy. Some of you guys are like, what the hell are you holding in your hands? Well, it's aventurine and rose quartz. Maybe these two crystals are actually crystals that could help you. Then I heard Spirit say, you will smile again. If you have gone through a tough time, I think some of you guys might have gone through a breakup, or maybe there's something about a divorce or something, and you might have said to yourself, I'm never going to smile again. But Spirit is like, you are going to smile again. It can be whatever. Maybe you just had a tough week, a stressful week, but Spirit really wants you to know that you are going to smile again. And then I have this energy here of like, someone is going to make you laugh in a moment, or in a situation where you feel unease, or where you feel uncomfortable, or where you are maybe even feeling shy. So once again, you guys are on different paths. There's a lot of people watching this, so for each and one of you guys, it could be in a situation where you're just nervous. Maybe it's before that you're going on stage, famous, or if you have to present something or talk about something for a lot of people, maybe just a classroom, okay, a room full of people, or maybe you're the manager of a store and you like have to be like, listen up, people. Someone didn't empty out the dishwasher, so you have to maybe be a little bit tough, right? Could be one-to-one, and then someone, you know, before it happens, says something and makes you laugh so that you're feeling a little bit more easy. And something happens that makes you laugh in a way. But for those of you with this shy energy, it could be someone who is in love with you. You know, maybe it's the first time you meet someone and just a little bit shy, and then they say something that makes you laugh, and then it's like this nervousness falls away. So here comes this energy of like realizing that you are starting to like someone or get feelings for someone that you didn't really expect to have feelings for. With all these messages, it can be vice versa. It can be you or it can be someone else, right? Whatever the situation is. It could be someone who's realizing that they have feelings for you, or it could be you realizing that you are starting to have feelings for someone. But there is this energy here being a little bit like, well, I don't want to say unsure, because with this energy I feel it's someone who's like, I know that I have feelings, but there is something that's like unexpected in a way. I don't know why. If someone is holding back in a way. But if it resonates with you, you know, okay? It does actually feel like it's a very loving week, like there is upliftment, and I also feel that Mercury is going direct again, right? I know someone out there is going to be like, Sandra, we are in a shadow period. I know. But still, if I tell you that this is going to be a loving week where the energy is uplifted, because let's just be honest, since we had the goddamn full moon in Aquarius, our lives has been turned upside down. And some of you guys are going to be like, my life has actually been turned upside down since way before that. I know. That's why I say that this is a loving week, okay? The rebirth is bringing in the new. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before we take cards is this energy of rebirth, okay? Because there is this, when I got it in, by the way, there might be something with your ears at the moment. There might be something with your ears at the moment. Something about it, you're not listening to spirit, or listening to your higher self, or listening to your heart. Connect your heart. Okay, message out. This energy that came through with the rebirth energy, right after, is like a snap of the finger. There is this activation happening immediately. And it involves action, it involves passion, ambition. It's a fire energy. There's something about fire energy, and I saw 555 with that. It's this energy of everything is happening at once. So it might feel overwhelming. It might feel at times that you don't feel like you have control over the situation or what's happening. But again, this is a rebirth. Don't restrict this energy. Don't try to control what's happening or what's not happening. Just flow with it. Again, there's something about this energy of being fast, being excited, being passionate. Don't fall down. Because I feel some of you guys, you have been rolling around on the floor for a while. Spirit is like, enough is enough. Get back up on the horse, even if you are a skeleton. And I say that because of the death card, because if you have seen the death card, let's see if it comes up. It's a skeleton. Skeleton sitting on a horse. Okay, it's also soon Halloween, so yeah. So in this process, let go of what you no longer need. Whatever it is, if it's feelings, if it's, you know, sadness. Because sometimes we can stay in sadness for way too long. Yeah. One thing I also came up, because I have realized that with myself, that depends on what I'm going through. But I do have a tendency to put very sad songs on my playlist. And I actually had today where there was a song and I was like, no, that song I'm gonna remove it again because I don't, you know, that was just a sad period, you know. I don't want to be sad anymore. So I put it off my playlist. It's a good song, but I could feel in myself that I didn't want it on my playlist anymore. And I have a feeling that I'm going to do that a lot when I'm shuffling and I hear a song. I'm going to be like, Sandra, yeah, you were in a dark place, so you're very sad when you when you put that song on your playlist. So let's just put that away again. Maybe that's something that some of you guys do. You remove songs from your playlist that you don't resonate with anymore. It could even be like a very heavy song where you're like, why did I mean, I don't resonate with that. I feel a lot of us in this week ahead, we are like, I don't resonate with that anymore. It could be clothes, it could be people, obviously, it could be food, it could be a TV show, something, whatever, a movie, whatever. So what else do we have? Events are speeding up, and I see a lot of you guys, you're doing you're doing networking, and you are inspiring others around you with this rebirth energy. And people are going to point that out. They're going to say that to you, speak to you, being like, oh, I see that you know, damn, you've gone through a lot. You have grown, whatever, right? People might also speak about you openly, whatever that means. Maybe it's because you overhear someone speak about you. Maybe it's like family members. Maybe it's like you are at a family gathering or something. Maybe it's just home. At home. In your family home. Wow, that took me a while, right? And then you are like, you went out to pee and then you came back and you hear your family speak about you. Something like that. Or a friend. Who knows what it is. But it's like positive talk. It's like, yeah, like, huh. Have you seen how this person is glowing? Like, yeah. And just finding out how much you've been going through and how much you're standing up for yourself now. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know, I pre-shuffled, so why do I do this again? Let's see, what is the all-in-all energy? I mean, there could be something with love or a job promotion or something where you're just excited about something. But let's see, all-in-all energy. I did call it, didn't I? The Two of Cups. There's definitely something about collaborating with people, hanging out with people, connecting with people who has the same energy of you, kindred spirits. There could be something with a friend, a new friend. Could be something with, again, someone you're starting to date or something. Whatever it is, it's very exciting, and I do feel some of you guys, or a lot of you guys, are going to connect with new people, or just one person. Could be someone from your past, doesn't have to be, but it could be. We're still in Mercury retrograde, right? And yes, we're still in a shadow period. They do actually say that at the end of Mercury retrograde tends to be where the energy is more shabow, shazam, right? So maybe the shadow period is going to be the energy where it's a little bit more heavy in a way at the end of the week, maybe even. But okay. So the all-in-all energy is connecting with other people, networking, standing out. Okay, there wasn't any more space on the camera. But yeah, like I said, connect with other people, be seen, be heard, stand up for yourself, okay? So what could the challenge be, the potential challenge? The Temperance reversed. So there might be something that needs to be balanced through. It could be something with a Sagittarius, but I do want to say it actually feels like being at a situation where you just feel shy or uncomfortable, or like, I don't know if I should say something here, I don't know if I'm good enough, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this anyway, maybe whatever. So I feel no matter what's happening this week ahead, it's very important for you to balance the energy out. And also, when the Temperance is reversed, it can be a sign that you feel like you're not guided by spirit, by the universe, by your guides, whatever it is that you're believing in. So, now that this is a challenge, whatever it is, if it's because you want to connect with someone, you're like, I don't know if it's the right situation, I don't know if it's good enough, and you're like, well, Spirit is clearly not giving me any signs. I think Spirit is like, we have given you plenty of signs that this is what you're meant to do. If it's something about a project, immigration, work, play, whatever. I mean, like I said, maybe some of you guys want to let go of a Sagittarius. I do want to say, if you have Sagittarius in your birth chart, it's actually interesting because the energy of Sagittarius did come through earlier. If you have Sagittarius in your birth chart, try to look at where you have it, and then look at the energy where, like, what is it that you need to heal or work on when it comes to that. It doesn't really matter if it's your rising, moon, sun, Mercury, whatever it is. Try to look a little bit closer at what affects you, maybe in a negative sense, or what is it that you're maybe not allowing yourself to do, right? Because like I said, there is this fire energy here, and Sagittarius energy is this energy of traveling, right? Going on adventures, being spontaneous. Are you spontaneous enough? Because this could be energy of being spontaneous, but it's something you're excited about. But again, like I said, if there's nothing about Sagittarius, it could just be that you are not feeling guided, you're not feeling a spirit guide, so whatever. Your spirit guide's like, well, are you listening to the messages? Like I said, this thing with the ear or something, could be that, right? Like, are you listening to your heart? Are you going after your dreams? Something needs to be balanced out. What is the hope? The hope is that there is an ending to conflicts, to bitching, to gossip. Maybe there really has been something here that you're thinking back on, where you're like, I don't know if I dare to allow, so interesting. I don't know if I dare to allow people to come into my space. And here I'm going to speak about the lovely Michelle. I love you, Michelle, because Michelle made me aware of something with this energy of, if you have been bullied in school, if you have been let down when you were a kid a lot, or in your teenage years, right? And also like in relationships and stuff like that, you have a tendency to build up a wall, and it's sometimes hard to allow people to come behind the wall, right? So it's sometimes easier, and I know because I spoke with her about that. I have done that in relationships in the past, and I realized that recently. There's so many people in the past where I now see that, oh my god, this person was really into me, but I pushed them away. I was like, I know this is going to end bad, so let me just build up this wall and not let you get too close to me. And I think this is this is a massive thing that I had to learn, and it's probably something I still have to learn. And it's not only in love, it's also with friendships and other people who wants to get to know me. And sometimes I don't think about it, you know, I just build up a wall. So maybe it's the sign for, maybe it's a sign, maybe it's the same for some of you. It is easier to push people away or just build up scenarios where like, oh, it's not good. It's not, no, I can't see you today. You know, it's just, I mean, thank you so much, Michelle, for making me aware of that. It was so nice to talk about. And again, this could be a wall, right? Putting a wall down. But like I also mentioned to Michelle, this is also, it's not about letting the wall be there all the time. It's actually about breaking it down so that people can see you, so that you are visible and you're seen. But then with boundaries, it's drawing a line in the sand. So if there's people where you're like, I don't feel your energy, I don't want you too close. You have the line, right? It's like only till here and no longer. But you also need to learn to allow people to get close to you, right? Maybe you guys are learning the same lesson as I do. I didn't know that I needed to learn that lesson at the age of 37, but apparently I do. Again, rebirth, right? Maybe that is actually something that you guys are also learning, that you do not need that wall anymore, especially with this. I mean, listen, there is someone who clearly wants to connect with you here. If it's a friend, if it's a new lover, if it's a past lover, a past flirt, a past friend. It's maybe realizing that it was not only that person, but it was also my fault, right? That's a big thing to actually realize, that both parties were actually at fault. And yeah, and that's that story. So with that being said, oh, it's a long reading. It's going to be an interesting week, I can feel it. But again, it only goes up from here. That is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Your past is behind you, so let's see what the outcome is. No, 2 cards. Oh, yeah. What did I say? Be careful with this wall, because there could be insecurities. I feel with this being the outcome, someone is going to try to give you something, or someone is going to try to get close to you in a way. Sounds so weird. Again, it could be someone who really wants to just be your friend. It could be someone who is really interested in you. It could be a potential lover. But it's definitely someone who wants to give to you. Like, I'm not here to take from you. I'm actually like, let me in. I'm not here to hurt you. But again, it's like, wow, that's going to be a week filled with lessons, but it's a lesson that you're overcoming with the 10 of Swords. And I saw 10. Yeah. If there is people from the past 10-10 coming into your life, or just with whatever situations, also with new people, just step back, look closer at, like, how am I reacting now? Am I defensive? Am I allowing someone to come in? Am I already pushing someone away? And also be like, why am I actually pushing this person away? Because they haven't been anything then kind to me. There is a circle and a pattern that's being released here. Bringing in the ear with that. You're receiving something massive in this upcoming week. But it does feel like some of you guys, you sharing memories. You look at a memory and you're like, I actually felt pretty safe with this person, or I felt it was amazing connection, but why did I act like I did? Why did I try to push someone away? It could be right after you come home from a date or something, where you're like trying to analyze how you have been. But I feel a lot of you guys are going to look closer. It could be you looking closer at something that happened some months ago, years ago. Well, maybe not, but what is that you are not seeing this week ahead? There is an end to a fight. Some of you guys are going to definitely move on from something. Also, he's looking into that direction. If it's not that, it's just you ending this, like, this mental thing, the mental block, the wall. You're breaking down the wall. But if you have had a discussion or something that needs to be talked out with someone, if it's a family member, if it's a friend, if it's an ex, a lover, whatever it is, I think that there is a lot of healing here. And I also feel like you're going to realize the Spirit has actually, there's a reason why something happened. Yeah. It is interesting because it is, yeah. Now there is the energy for what you're not seeing. Maybe some of you guys, you're like afraid that someone is angry at you or mad at you, but that's actually not the case. I think if you're dealing with someone else, I don't think this person actually thinks about that, what was said or what was done. But yeah, well, maybe you're dealing with someone who's in their mind or something. But look what's at the back. Happiness. If it's just you going after your dreams this week ahead, or if it's Again, releasing fear and anxiety and stress and fights with someone. It leads to something beautiful. Emotional fulfillment, happiness. For some of you guys, it might be family related, but it could be with whoever, like I said. For some reason, I had like a weird pain in my knee. What does that mean? What did that come from? That was so random. Maybe some of you guys have had knee problems. And now it's gone again. What is the spiritual meaning of knee pain? Let's just find out. This could be a mental conflict that you're ending. But it moves you forward and it makes you think differently. Okay, spiritual meaning of knee pain. Let's just go for it because some of you guys might actually have experienced that. If knee pain has you feeling weak, it may be a sign of disconnect or imbalance. So is there a disconnection or imbalance between you and a person or with your inner self? Could be something with a greater self-awareness. Something about a more holistic perspective. I actually remember I did a lot of research for that. Like a year ago. Like the holistic living. More spiritual living. You can be connected with emotional or mental pain from the past. It could be connected with your base chakra, which is interesting. I think a lot of you guys are healing something massive. I actually want to take one more card. I know we are going strong today, people. We're going strong today. Now, you guys are breaking down walls and insecurities. You're like, I need to learn to trust. I need to learn to trust. And I need to allow people to come into my space and not be like, you are going to hurt me. And some of you guys, it's not like you do that. But mentally, you just automatically, without realizing it, you're pushing people away with finding excuses why you can't see them or why it's not going to work. Like you keep being like, oh, this could go wrong, or maybe you're looking up someone's birth chart and you're like, oh, no, this doesn't match with me. So you're just making excuses up for why something is not happening. If it's not about people, it could be excuses of why you can't leave your job, why you can't move, why this, why that. What is the last message here? Just one card. Release. I'm telling you, and we have telling you guys. And we have autumn, so something might happen by October. I mean, we are kind of already in autumn, right? Next month, I guess. I know this is a long reading, but something pretty significant is happening. You can see half of this today and half of this in the morning. Let me know in a comment, like, when are you watching my videos? Is it in the morning? Is it in the evening? Is it before bed? Because I know some of you guys are watching me before you go to bed. Are you watching me while you're drinking? What question is that? We're drinking coffee. What is your routine with me? I want to know. And if you haven't ever commented, maybe now is the time to give me a comment. Maybe now is the time to say hey. I will say hey back. Yeah, autumn lights. Something is being born this upcoming week that has something to do with magic unfolding for you the next months. You're starting something pretty significant. There might be something where like, I can't find this, I don't know what is the right words, what is the right action. It will be revealed. When you receive this card, it is time to let go and surrender. Let go of a situation, people and objects that do not serve you, which was actually one of the channel true messages we got. Let go of old, outdated, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down or build up walls. Wow. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you're holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into life. Begin to clear your home and living environment of clutter. If you don't love it or use it, it is probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. This could include exes for some of you. We are in Mercury retrograde, right? But it makes sense. If we want the new, we have to let go of the old. Right? Can't drag a dead horse around with you. That's not gonna win the race. No matter how much you love that horse. A new horse will come. A new horse will come. Well, I could sit here and chill out with you guys for the rest of the year, but I will leave you to it and get this reading up for you. But thank you guys. This is a interesting week. Remember, let go of the control, because there might be some things that you cannot control that's happening. But it has something to do with you realizing what you need to let go of. I mean, it actually fits well, right? Thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.